Hi, I'm Che Birchwood, and today's video is about seasonal changes to your mood. We have terms like winter blues, seasonal depression, seasonal affective disorder is the DSM diagnosis if it is extreme and becomes a clinical issue. But I just want to go through some of the reasons why we might feel more tired or want to sleep more in the fall and winter. So one of the main reasons is the sun. In this fall and the winter, we in colder climates in North America and Europe, we're exposed to less sun. The sun has a huge effect on us, more than we realize or tend to talk about. So the sun regulates a hormone in our body called melatonin. You may have heard of it as like a natural sleep aid. What it does is it's a hormone that is released in response to darkness or in response to decreasing levels of sunlight. So as your eyes take in light, your brain is saying like, it's daytime, I'm going to stop the production of melatonin. And as the sun starts to set or it's darker, your brain will release more melatonin. So when there's days like today that is very gray, it's normal to feel tired or not want to get out of bed or feel like you didn't get enough sleep because it's dark. So our brain is saying, go back to sleep. It's still nighttime, essentially. So it's still releasing melatonin and telling you to go to sleep. The other way the sun can affect our mood is in terms of vitamin D. So recent research tells us that vitamin D production is triggered by our body's exposure to sunlight, to UV rays. So vitamin D is also associated with zinc and calcium. Like vitamin D is necessary for zinc and calcium often to be maintained and used properly by the body. So when we're not getting sun, we're not getting vitamin D, and we're getting less of those nutrients that help with fatigue, energy, sometimes with motivation. It helps with our nerves transmitting signals, basically. So the second realm of things that change in the fall and winter is our activity and nutrient levels. So as it's cold, it is natural for us to stay inside more. And along with it coinciding with the start of the school year, we tend to be very sedentary. We're sitting down, reading, looking at screens. We're not necessarily out going on bike rides or going picnics or even engaging in a lot of social activities due to the weather and due to these other factors that change along with the seasons. And we can think maybe about other animals. So all other animals, except for humans and the ones that we've domesticated, right now they're either full bellies and hibernating, or they've gone on vacation. They've migrated to somewhere warm and sunny. And so it's normal for humans, being animals, for us to feel those same urges. It's only in very recent human history that we have indoor lights that simulate the sun, that we have indoor heating, stuff like that, that we're not working on a farmer schedule where we're off in the fall and winter. We're expected to go to work and do all these things, do even more things in the fall and winter than previously. So it's pretty normal for our bodies to take us some time to adjust to it in the span of human evolution. The other thing is that we tend to get less nutrients in the fall and winter. Like I said, partially due to the sun, but as I've said in the previous video, is that fresh produce that we see in the market is not as fresh in the winter because it needs to be imported from places that are warm enough to grow fruits and vegetables all year. Therefore, we're not eating local produce. We tend not to eat produce that was picked recently, so the nutrient content is lesser. And when there's less nutrients, we're stuck inside with a bunch of other people, we're exposed to more illnesses like the cold, flu, strep throat, all the other illnesses that are transmitted from person to person. And the final reason why you may feel blue in the fall and winter is the holidays. So this might be a bit counterintuitive because in popular culture, the holidays is related to being happy and having family and gifts and all these other things like, family dinners and seeing friends and holiday parties and stuff like that. But if you had an unhappy childhood, if you had particularly bad Christmases, maybe your family was poorer than your friends, maybe your family didn't celebrate Christmas for whatever reason, or didn't have another holiday that they celebrated around this time, or if currently you're lonely or estranged from your family, or you have conflict with your family, the holidays can actually be a sad time or a stressful time for a lot of people. So while some people are having a great time, having dinner parties and cheersing with champagne, other people are reminded of their sadness and their loneliness and things they didn't get to experience or aren't experiencing compared to other people. So the holidays can actually be a negative reminder for a lot of people. So that's pretty much it. I have the Cliff Notes here. Hopefully you can see that. If you want a hard copy of these notes, just send me a message and I will be happy to send these over to you. And otherwise, it's really important to talk to your doctor or therapist about any changes in your mood or activity level that concerns you. They're supposed to be there to help and answer any questions, and they'll be able to put this information into a personal context for you. This information I'm sharing with you isn't intended to diagnose or treat any condition. I just wanted to share some research and some clinical experience with you all, because I see and hear a lot of people feeling really bad and kind of beating themselves up about what they're feeling, for feeling down or not wanting to go to work and stuff like that. So I just wanted to explain that sometimes there's these kind of other reasons that might be causing it. Otherwise, please talk to your doctor or pharmacist or therapist if you're experiencing any changes that concern you or upset you. So that's it. I'm Che Birchwood.